what's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another great epic episode of Just My Opinion Reviews. Guys, we are talking that good old Dragon Ball Daima. Full spoilers. I'm going to spoil this thing up, down, left, right, in, and out as if you've already seen it. That is your warning. It has been a long time it's been since an eternity since I've been talking Dragon Ball Daima, and also with my guest that I'm about to bring on, and there couldn't be another better time than this right here. This is my homie. This is my home skillet, my home slice, my brother from another mother. He is the crown prince of the proud warrior race coming to the stage. Yes, there he is.
Yeah.
Mr. One Take Big Dog, my guy. How you doing? AKA Mr. Vegeta. Man. How you doing, sir? How you doing?
I'm great. In the day you be talking Dragon Ball Daima is a great day. You know what I'm saying? It's been a minute. It's been long overdue. You know what I'm saying? But I'm happy we back.
And that's my fault, y'all. I do apologize if y'all just be like, oh my gosh, where's Brandon? Where's One Take? Where are the recaps, the reviews, the reactions? It's all my fault. It's not his fault right there. And yeah, I tried to bring you on. The intro still wasn't as smooth as I wanted it to be, but that's okay. You know what I'm saying? We still gonna be in here talking about this Daima, man. But my guy, there are there's a few whispers online right now about a few people complaining, saying that they're not happy with this, they're not happy with that. I don't know what the hell they're talking about, One Take Big Dog, because I'm a happy camper over here. I am loving this show. It could not do any worse or any better, excuse me. Like, I am 100% satisfied, man. Like, the only thing that makes me sad is that, you know, rest in peace, Akira Toriyama. He had a large contribution to this show, and he's not going to be a part of what we have to come in the future. But I just said that to say, man, like, he's knocking it out the park right now. Everybody involved, but I think, you know, he had his stamp on it. That's just making it so good. But I'm loving the show. I think the last time we talked was episode 4. So of course we're not gonna we're not gonna go bit by bit over each episode, man. But whatever the hell you want to talk about, and I know you just crazy to talk about episodes.
You know what I'm talking about.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm talking about.
Get it off your chest, man. How you feeling about the show? I seen a couple of your recaps on not Instagram but TikTok. So I have a small taste of some of the stuff that, you know, how you feel about the show. But if they don't know, man, how you feeling so far after this episode?
So first of all, first thing I want to address is like, listen, the internet gonna complain about everything. That's something I learned. That's something I've just been like dealing with, listening to a little bit more, or trying to listen to less recently. Is just like how much people complain about everything. It doesn't matter what it is, how positive or what. The internet's gonna be negative. They're gonna hate everything, but that's just gonna let the internet be internet. Now, as far as me and Dragon Ball Daima, I've been loving it. I've been loving every single thing that they presented. I've been loving the lore that they've been given. I've been loving the animation of the shows. I've been loving some of the moments that they've given the characters that we've been yearning for years. Now, granted, this is different. It's not expected in the way that they delivered it to us, but nonetheless, the payoff has been fantastic. And I told people once before, and like, I think if you watch Dragon Ball and you enjoyed that adventure, that fun, loving show, and with like some fights stuck in between, you would enjoy Diamond, because that's exactly what it is. It's an adventure. These guys, I mean, Goku and the crew, which is the crew that we love, they're out doing different things. They're out having more fun, but at the same time, we all know what the stakes are and all of this. And then whenever they get to the fighting, it is always entertaining. And nothing is more entertaining than the Prince of all Saiyans whooping somebody's ass. You know what I'm saying? That right there, I think for most fans, especially Vegeta fans, I think we deserve this. I think we wholeheartedly deserve this, and they deliver something that we've been yearning for years. For years, do you know how many memes that I had to put up with? Do you know, like, it's just been an ongoing joke forever. Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan 3, and then they over deliver with it because not only is this design different from Goku's, they gave him the original Super Saiyan 3 design that Akira Toriyama was first going to go with before he went with the one that he ended up going with Goku's form, where the hair falls down to his back. I love it. Okay, B. I'm loving it. I can't. I'm just happy. Like every time I watch Diamond, when I hear that intro, John, Chaka John, like all of it. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm locked in for a good time. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, everything they've done thus far, I've loved. And I guess we're gonna get into a little bit more details on specific things, but yeah, I'm digging it, man.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna get into the details about the design of Super Saiyan 3, the original, because I do remember that art. It came out a long time ago, and I didn't even think about that till you brought it up now. But before we get into all the good stuff, I'm glad your journal impressions are 2 thumbs up because I'm feeling the same. Let me ask you this, man: how are you feeling about the filler of some of these episodes? This last one we got is number 13, and while I did enjoy the episode after, what is his name? Kaioshin's Nahari's younger brother, the other Shin.
Yeah.
After he deactivated Warp Sama, that was really the only thing that moved the plot forward. The rest of it was filler, and it was entertaining. But I said to myself, okay, this episode is going to be nothing but filler. That it's not going to push the story forward. And I got a little frustrated. I did because we just came off of a great episode of episode 12 with Vegeta just going ham, giving us what we wanted for the past 30 years. But at the end of it, we did get Goku doing a Kamehameha blast, and then that was entertaining. But we also just a couple of episodes back when Goku beat Tamagami number 3, that was episode 8. I think we went into episode number 9 that was titled, if it would come up, Thieves. And that's when they stole the Dragon Ball. At the beginning of this episode, it was a lot of filler too, and I was just kind of saying to myself, like, I don't know the power level of these creatures. How are they able to beat Goku? I'm not beat Goku, but keep the Dragon Ball away from him for so long. I was a bit, frustrated with this right here. We got, Glorio, showing his powers, and he flung them into the air. But how are you feeling about the filler? Are you cool with it? Does it piss you off? You somewhere in between? Let me know, man. Let me know.
So as far as the filler goes, I think I'm a little bit more lenient on it than most. I mean, this is one of those discussions I think I've had online.
And let me cut you off real quick. My fault. And you may not even label it as filler. So if you want to call it something else, feel free. But go ahead.
No. Don't get me wrong. I completely understand why it's called filler because filler is just something that they put in the story, a little bit of fluff. You know what I'm saying? But I always enjoyed Dragon Ball filler in general, like whether it's Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, like the whole like the Garlic Junior saga. I know a lot of people hate that, but I enjoyed that. Goku and Piccolo going to get their license. That's also filler. I enjoy that. You know what I'm saying? It's fun. See, you think about it, it's like, okay, that's like Dragon Ball has entertaining filler that doesn't necessarily deviate from the story to where it's just like, okay, this would have never happened. You know what I'm saying? And so in the case of the 2 episodes you're talking about, the thieves, yes, a lot of people pointed out, why didn't Goku just simply use instant transmission? Like there is a bunch of times where Goku could have simply used instant transmission. If we even think back to the time where Goku and I'm drawing a blank right now with the girl they have with them. But nonetheless, when they was getting attacked by the Kraken and Goku was going into the ship to grab her, or when he was trying to grab her from the Kraken, he flew out. He could have simply used instant transmission because we already seen him use it early in the show. It's just one of those things in the show where it's just like, okay, you just gotta suspend your belief for a second. And then in the most recent episode, I think because I'm a One Piece fan, I love like when they go dealing with like giants and stuff like that. Because if you see the giants are, regardless of how you ever look at it, I always feel like the giants and anything are just abnormally strong just because of how big they are. And then just seeing them get chased by a hamster, Vegeta beating up the dog, but the dog is still having fun. And then I
Yeah.
think the monsters are called them Morphs, something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I just enjoyed that world. Now, what I will say, and to kind of like lean into it, what you was getting at, you kind of wish that it would have came at a different time. We're at episode 13, and since we only have 20 episodes, you kind of want like the story to be a little bit more tighter at this point,
Yeah.
considering the fact we still have we have Majin dude we're dealing with King Goma, all of those things. We kind of wanted to get away from that, but I think since we have 6 episodes left, I think they're going 6 or 7 episodes left. I think it's about to tighten up, but I can't lie. I was so entertained and I was enjoying it so much that it really didn't bother me. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. I mean, even the beginning of the episodes was always slower than the second half, but I'm always still somewhat satisfied at the second half because they give me what I want, some type of action. We got Goku and Vegeta powering up, flying away, Kamehameha blast, like I said. So that's cool right there. And I'll be even more forgiving and lenient is I think that these giants are going to come back in some way, shape, or form later on in the show, like episode 18, 19, or 20, to give aid to our heroes. I won't be upset, but I think it'll be a missed opportunity if they don't come back. Goku is known for always making friends with his enemies or colleagues. And so, I think the giant dog or the kid all the giants, I think they're going to come help out some way later on. What you think about that?
So I don't think that's gonna happen. And the only reason I say that is because Goku didn't interact with the giant kid. That's what I actually hope. That's what something that could have helped the episode, in my opinion. Now, granted, because he just was fly, he was just swiping at them like they were flies. Like he never actually like talked, and that was kind of odd to me that they didn't have Goku have like some kind of interaction because Goku even asked like, "Damn, why aren't these guys the king?" And he's just
Yeah.
like, "Oh, they're just like a peaceful group."
Yeah.
Now, think about if you say, "Okay, this is a peaceful group," but they don't like the way things are being ran. You know what I'm saying? But like they're not really warriors, so they don't
Yeah.
really do anything about it. They just like take the abuse or whatever. Even though if they all turned on like King Goma and them, they could probably whoop their ass. Now that's something I kind of feel like we should explore. But since we didn't really get any interaction, no dialogue or whatever, I don't think we're gonna get it. And then they said the other planet is even scarier. What are they galacticized? Like, cause I'm just like, if these giants are this big,
Yeah.
how big are the other ones? The
Yeah,
Gigas. I think
man.
that
Yeah. One
it's a
started
bunch of
one.
galactic.
Yeah, one group started with a G, the other one an M. So I'm not
Mm-hmm.
sure. So yeah, we gonna have to see. We gonna have to see as far as that's concerned. I can't. Hopefully we do. I think we are. Hopefully they're not just gonna tease us and lead us on and not deliver. But we're gonna see. How are you feeling about Never? Do you trust him, or you think you think he got something up his sleeve? We know we can't trust Glorio, and we're gonna talk about him in a second. But how you feeling about Never so far?
I trust Never. Don't ask me why I trust Never
Mm,
because I kind of one I don't. Well, I'm gonna put it to you like this. I think Never is in the middle. All right, he's just an old Namekian, but you even see. Cause I rewatched the first episode came out and it's dubbed. So I went back and rewatched the first episode, and you see when he first is walking and he sees Tamigami number 1, he's just like, hey, like, good job. And like the Tamigami boss. And then when even Vegeta's fighting Tamigami number 2, it's just like, okay, these guys like they like battles. So let me increase the strength of this Tamigami just you know what I'm saying, just so he can prove himself that he's worthy of the Dragon Ball. I think that's really all he wants. He wants people to prove that they're deserving of the Dragon Balls. I feel like he has some incredible knowledge. I'm really hoping something happens between him and Piccolo, because the Namekian lore to me is probably one of the most interesting things. And give me a second to go on like a little tangent real quick,
Take your time.
because the Namekians we already know are super valuable, but
Hmm.
when you just really start thinking about the abilities of Namekians, okay, Never was able to gather the Dragon Balls and in their stone state and bring them out of that, and was able to use them. The Namekians are able to heal. Namekians have regeneration, and looking at the mares, the giants or whatever, that kind of leads me to think the Namekians are able to develop new skills depending on their surroundings, because the mares and the Namekians were both from Demon Ram 2.
Hmm.
And we know the Mechans also know how to use giantification, turn themselves like big. So I'm
Yeah.
thinking maybe they learned that technique from being around the mayors, or being in a situation where they had to grow bigger to compete with the mayors. They have so many different skills. I mean, Piccolo's literally able to create clothes out of thin air.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They are valuable, and I'm hoping this is one of my hopes, that we get some more stuff with Piccolo and Neville that kind of lends itself to further explain Piccolo's like transformation and superhero. You know what I'm saying? To like further explain, like, because even if you just think about this for a second, B, the Tamigamis are way stronger than any Namekian we've ever seen. They're stronger than any of the Namekian, but they were also created by the Namekian.
Hmm. Hmm.
And imagine Piccolo having their, because that's one thing I kind of feel like Piccolo hasn't utilized to the fullest, is creating like sons and stuff like that. Because we've seen King Piccolo do it, and we've seen Never do it. He created these beings that are powerful,
Yeah.
and Never created beings that are. I'm assuming. I think they're more powerful than he ever was, unless Never was just like one of the most badass Americans we've ever seen. Because if he created beings that was not stronger than him, that means Never was a badass back in the day. I'm talking about super badass. Probably could have become king of the demon realm type badass. But I don't know. But I'm leaning to he's going to be very, very valuable. If not for Piccolo, then definitely for Dende.
Yeah.
Once like Dende, you know what I'm saying, shakes back.
Yeah.
And I think there's more going to. I'm interested in what more lore they're gonna add with like the Namekian, because I don't think he's going to just be that last Namekian staying on that planet by himself. I don't think. I think he deserves more, unless they kill his character. Then that'd be
Yeah.
unfortunate.
Yeah, we're gonna see. I definitely got some questions for you about the Tamagami. I think it's safe to
Mhm.
say that all three of them are at the very
Mhm.
least as strong as Super Saiyan 2. And so
Yes.
I like that. That just makes sense. But before I go on there, I gotta talk about this gigantic lore dump that they gave us on episode 10 towards the end, titled Ocean. It says, long ago, the good supreme demon king of that realm sought to expand the universe, and he ordered the powerful super Majin Rimus to create the universe. I saw one of your things on TikTok, man. You was like, say, man, I'm gonna have to start taking notes. Watching Dragon Ball 9, but this is a lot. I think I ran it 3, 4, 5 times. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a lot. I like the fact
Yes.
that it does connect directly with Super, because they talked about the different universes and the different gods of destruction. And of course, we got some imagery of the people that we saw in the Tournament of Power. So I like how they linked all that up. But who is more powerful? Is it Supreme Majin Rimus or is it Zeno? Now, I want to go as far as saying I think that Rimus is Zeno's daddy or granddaddy or something like
Uh-huh.
that. They somewhat look the same. They got the same size. Um, but that was a lot, man. We got Rimus, we got 2 different Demon Kings, and it was a ton, man. How you feeling about all that, man? Is it making sense? Is it redconned? Is it, is there some plot holes? How you feeling?
So we know. we know that Zeno is like the highest power, but the way that whole thing went is crazy. Because, like you said, I had to rewind it a few times too. I watched it a couple times, just like let me make sure I'm fully understanding all of this. Now I'm thinking, now we already know we got angels and guys of destruction. All right. We know we know we have supreme kais and we have guys of destruction, and the two are intertwined. Supreme kais deal with like the life. The god of destruction always also obviously deal with destruction. So if Supreme Majin Rhymus was created the first 18 universes, right? He created
Mm-hmm.
18 universes just because the previous Supreme Demon King wanted that to expand. And then also Zeno had destroyed 6 of those, by the way. So
Yeah.
I think no matter what happens with Zeno and what Zeno does, Rhinus will always be there to like counteract it. So for example, if let's say the tournament of power was more permanent and they actually took away 7 of the 8 universes, I think Rhymus would have been there to like set things right and create another universe. You know what I'm saying? Now that this is like mind blowing to me because it seems like the demon realm sits in the middle, I guess you would say, of all the 12 universes. Okay, because that's literally where they got the Kais from, the
Yeah.
glands. They all came from the demon realm. All right, they all came from the demon realm and was assigned to like one of these universes.
So
Right?
you think it's just one demon realm for all the universes,
Yes,
not one of each.
yes. And the
Okay.
reason, and here's the reason I say that. One, because we know that's where the glands come from. Two is because when Supreme the Supreme Demon King asked Rhymus to create other universes, I don't think that included other demon realms because people from
That
that
makes sense.
realm migrated everywhere else. And then it's like it all spun, like in a way it said it all spun from the demon realm, even though mortals were created were born after. So it's kind of like where do the mortals come from? You know what I'm saying? Because it's obviously they said not everybody is a descendant of the demon realm. It's just other beings were created as these other things were created. So it's a rabbit hole we can definitely go down, but it is a vast, deep rabbit
Yeah.
hole because you get to start thinking about Rhymus, the Demon Kings, the Kais, the Guys of Destruction, because you start thinking, okay, Beers and Chopper, they're brothers. They both have pointy ears, or is their pointy ears, or they're just cat ears? What is their race? Where do they come from? And then you start looking at, because I actually started looking at the other gods of destruction, and I started looking at their ears, and I'm sort of like, okay, so is he a demon realm descendant? Where did he was like? Did he come from our demon realm and then develop a certain strength? And then he started looking. Did he link up with the Kai? And then like, how did all this like first formulate?
Yeah.
Was before Zeno who was in charge? Was did like there you go again. Like the whole Zeno and Rhymus connection. It's so much stuff to like really go through. I think they gave us an overall term, and I think in Super they're going to expand on it real soon. But right now they just kind of like laid the like groundwork.
Yeah. Yeah. My only issue or concern is I remember watching Super, and
Mhm.
when Goku and Vegeta was training with Wiz gave them the news that it was 6 more universes that Zeno destroyed. And I remember
Mhm.
Vegeta specifically was so shocked, like he destroyed all the universes. And so at that time, when they learned that, it seemed like it was news to them that it was other universes out there and or more that was destroyed. And so it's like watching this on Dama now when Nahade or Shin explained it to him, it's like, okay, now y'all figure this out. So why was it in Super when Wiz was telling you this? You were just so surprised. I mean, is my question making sense or no?
Oh, okay. You say okay now. That's kind of, I guess, kind of like an inconsistency, you could say, because even in Super, they didn't know other universes existed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But in this, it's like they pretty much tell them, like Shan pretty much tell them, like, oh, he created other universe. Now that could have been. I don't want to say it's something they could have forgot because that wouldn't be. I don't think that's a good enough excuse, especially this close to Super,
yeah,
or maybe. Yeah, that's gonna have to just be an inconsistency because I don't think I can justify that reasoning. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
Especially when Shin gives that, because Shin gave a pretty big like explanation. Now he didn't go
yeah,
into the details as to like how many universes there are. He just said they created other universes, and that when you say other universes, that's one thing. He didn't say other galaxies or stuff like. Because if you say other galaxies, it's like, oh well, yeah, okay, but yeah, of course we know this galaxy, that galaxy, whatever. He said other universes.
yeah.
So that is
Okay.
that's something that just feels like an inconsistency. But I kind of I don't want to say I give it a pass because I give a lot of stuff a pass in my defense. That's one
Already.
of them things where it's just like it didn't exist at the time. You know what I'm saying? At
Okay.
the time of Super, it just didn't exist. You know.
Already. Hybris is funny. We can take a break, talk about some funny, silly shit. But I like Hybris. He's annoying, but I like him at the same time.
Yes.
Especially the fact that he stands up to Vegeta. I like, man, you got this attitude, bro. You're not even royalty. You're not even no prince or anything like that. Is Hybris working for you, or are you over him?
I wanted Vegeta to whoop his ass.
Yeah,
I wanted Vegeta to at least kick him in the head or something.
yeah,
Uh, but Hybris is going to play well, maybe not necessarily him, but I think he's going to play a big factor later on, especially with that third eye. Because once again, I rewatched that first episode, and the way King Goma talks about that third eye, because I had to remember, like, okay, Hybris has it. Why isn't it working on him? It has to be placed on the forehead. It's from the Supreme, from Demon King to Demon King, has to be placed on the forehead and gives him, he said, unbelievable, unparalleled power. So
yeah,
I
yeah,
guess that's
yeah,
where King Goma's power up eventually gonna come from. But I'm looking
yeah.
forward to. I hope he get a transformation. I hope he don't stay small. I'm not gonna lie.
We'll well, okay, we'll see. We'll see. Now, I'm looking back on the Dragon Ball Super. Was it
Uh-huh.
the Tournament of Power or the Universe of Six tournament? I can't remember. Where they was, I can't remember. They was fighting Universe 7, and they had the robots. One robot, I think his name was
Yeah,
Megetta. Or it started with
yeah,
M.
yeah.
I didn't like him. It just didn't really care. I didn't really care for the character.
Me
However,
too.
when we got news of the Tamagamis and what they was made of, that they was somewhat robotic. I wasn't looking forward to them either. I was just like, we're gonna get another repeat of what we got in Super with the Megetta robot-looking creature, cyborg. I'm not really feeling that. But man, one take, one take, one take. I absolutely love the Tamagami. All three of them. Even Tamagami
Yeah,
number 3, the one that
yeah,
Goku fought the first time, because he kind of built kind of fat and looking
yeah.
and all that, but it don't matter, man. Not only is it the look and the design and the movements, but it was also the personality too. Like Goku ran up and he was like, they was fighting, he was like, good move. And it was just that little sentence right there. I heard him saying good move, a nice move, or something like that, just showing the respect to Goku. Like, okay, you some competition. It's been 20, 30
Uh-huh.
years, you know what I'm saying, since I done woke up a sweat. And now you're giving me a good workout. That's what I read in that one little line. And I loved it, man. I loved it. I said earlier that I know that the Giants are gonna come back and help Goku and them. I would be surprised if the Tamagamis don't team up with Goku and them or whatever. We don't. I can see Goma and the Gesu getting the Dragon Balls and making a wish. Him getting that third eye thing that he was talking about at the beginning. And it may just be too much because we know Goku and Vegeta gonna fuse somehow. They wouldn't have introduced them little bugs at the beginning of the season. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? But I think the Tamagami gonna come through, bro, and help them out, man. I don't think this is the last of them. Dog. I think they're gonna run up. I think they may fuse themselves. But all three of them become a triple Tamagami. Also, they've been hyping Goma up for the longest, saying that he kind of weak, but he got magical powers and stuff. What if the Tamagamis fuse and then he mind control them or something like that? Have them fighting Goku and Vegeta. The sky's the limit. But my point is saying is I love the Tamagami, and I don't think we done seeing them, man. Where you at on that?
Okay. Whoa, because hey, listen, you put some stuff out there in the air just then. You put some stuff out there in the air just then. 'Cause I ain't gonna lie. Now, the Tommy, I do love one thing. I do love that they have personality.
Yeah.
Tommy got me number 3 is dope. Tommy got me number 2. It seemed like him and Vegeta was a perfect match because the way he even talked to Vegeta, he's like, "Hey, little kid, get on, go suckle your mama's teeth." I'm
Yeah.
like, yo,
He
disrespecting
said
a
it to the
goat
wrong
like
player.
that
Yeah.
is crazy. And then, but like, then when you start fighting, the boy can back it up. Like
Yeah.
the boy got hands, like you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. They don't play, and
Yeah.
but the thought, the thought though be because you don't see, you don't take it somewhere now. The thought of them like combining to become one being, I'm telling you how first of all, they're stupid strong,
Yeah.
or then that being controlled by King Goma, or they could be used as like a display of strength for King Goma. Nevi calls him back, and then let's say Goku and Vegeta are knocked out, and then we need the Tamigami's help, and then King Goku beats them. Then that'll be a showcase of strength for him because we know how strong the damn Tamigamis are, especially if they fuse, which would be once again still super cool to see. And like you said, the personalities they all have something to them. They aren't stale. They
Yeah.
eat like
Yeah.
once the fight is over and they have to like the actual test to where they get the Dragon Ball to like the cups with Tamigami number 3, the question from Tamigami number 2 because my boy Vegeta's not good at math. Vegeta cheated on that question too. He definitely cheated. He like snakes don't eat out. Like
Yeah.
what? No.
Yeah.
And then Tommy got me number 1. If it wasn't for Majin, dude, or Cool, it's like that was terrible.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that element as well. Like where they work. They really work. And I'm not gonna lie. I know I'm a figure collector. This is just one of probably 1,000. Whenever those figures come out, I will be buying them because, like, I don't know, they are way better than together. Way better. Not even
Oh yeah.
in the same.
In fact, man, it's night and day. Yeah, man, and going back to where you was talking about Vegeta when he was talking trash to him, like, "Go suck on your mama teeth." It was just what Vegeta. I mean, we know he's arrogant and cocky, but he didn't. He not in that sense right there. He was like, "This is his light work." He was like, "You're gonna regret saying that to me." And also just showing Vegeta stretching. I don't know why I got a high out of that. Just him like trying to stretch out his legs, going back and forth. Like, okay, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's been a minute. Goku got a Dragon Ball. It's my turn now. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to work. So I love that, man. I really did. I really did. Something I did not expect is because I thought Majin Buu was gonna go ham, but he lost. He lost against Tamagami number 1, and I did not see that coming. I like Dr. Ritsu's plan. Just as like, okay, hey, before we go take out these Z fighters over here that we turn into children, let's test this out. Let's see how you stand against the Tamagami. If you can't beat them, it ain't no point. We need to go back to the drawing board. I also like the fact, bro, we took this all the way back to the Saiyan Saga with the Cybermen and the little seeds. You know, you're mixing Majin Buu's essence with Cybermen. I never thought we would see the Cybermen again. I mean, they just seemed like so weak back in the day, whooping up on Yamcha and everybody else. But you know, now they
my boy got snuck. My boy got snuck. Okay.
Yeah.
He got snuck.
now he's back, man. I mean, now they're back. So, do you like the design of Majin Buu? Do you or we can also talk about Majin Buu as well? But
No.
yeah, no, I didn't think so.
I'm gonna say the big no, but I love the dynamic between the two for some reason. I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan of design. I'm hoping that something more comes from them, maybe a stronger form to where they fuse something. But the design doesn't necessarily work for me, but I do get it because Cyberman essence with Boo, but the dynamic between the two, the big brother little brother dynamic, the little brother stronger than the big brother, but the big brother is smart. The little brother just so happens to be big and strong, but also kind of an idiot, like kind of a complete idiot. But like, cause I was watching like him versus Tommy got number one, I'm just like. He's just bouncing like he was literally bouncing on his ass and off the wall to hit Tommy Gavin one. I'm just like, this is funny. Like, and I've seen Majin Buu do this, so it's like not like I'm mad at it. It's just like, it's a fight style that you are not prepared for. I don't care who you are not prepared for some stuff like that. Him twirling his neck around his sword. I'm just like. Yeah. Okay. I'm entertained, and so like, and I thought because at first I thought Tommy Gunn number one was going to power up and be able to beat him. No. You have Braun and Brains with those two, and I think they're gonna make for one hell of a combination, and it gives us more people to fight. One of my biggest things with Dragon Ball is always like you always have that one person. And then it's always come down to like Goku or Vegeta. Now I feel like you have multiple people where everybody gets something to do. That's something I've been clamoring for in Super. I mean, you sort of get it with like the Tournament of Power, obviously, and somewhat in the Goku Black arc. But eventually, everybody always has you come down to that one person. So I'm enjoying the multitude of like villains that Goku and Vegeta and Piccolo can ultimately fight.
Agree, man. Agree. I think that Cool and Do are gonna fuse some way, shape, or form. I do. If they don't do that, that's gonna be a complete missed opportunity, in my opinion. But we know that I think the Piccolo is gonna take on Majin Ku, the weaker one. I think that'll be a good matchup because he too weak for Goku and Vegeta. If you can't beat the Tamagami number one, then you definitely can't beat Goku and Vegeta. But of course, we know Piccolo is weaker than them. And so I think that, like while Goku and Vegeta doing something over here would do, Piccolo gonna be like, okay, I'll handle the lightweight. We can see him do his special beam cannon, his Makin Kosopo. I think that's what it's called in Japanese. I used to have it memorized. But because we got Goku doing, he represented episode 8. Vegeta represented episode 12. Piccolo got to have his episode 2. So hopefully he got to have his time to shine. Everybody like Piccolo. How you not gonna like Piccolo?
Yeah, he's one of the greatest.
We got to have Piccolo in there. But you're right, man. Dude was fighting all unorthodox with his ass bouncing everywhere, and it was annoying at first. And Toriyama got to throw that comedy in there because he gonna stop mid-fight talking about I got to get some chocolate. I'm just like, stay focused. Stay focused. But at the same time, they did hurry up and resolve it. Dude went and got Cool went and got the chocolate and still was able to get it back to him in the middle of the fight, and we got the conclusion. So that's cool. But when he blasted him, man, and then when Tamagami number 1 powered up, I thought I was like, okay, we finna see something now, and he still ended up losing. And so I like that. I like that Cool lost at first. I was not expecting that at all. And then Dude, came and wrecked shop because Cool looks like a badass. So you was expecting him to win, but Dude was fat and, he ended up winning. I wasn't expecting it at all. But we got to talk about, and I think it's safe to say that I love episode 8. It was my favorite episode of the season when Goku beat up the Tamagami number 3. But then episode 12 came out. Episode 12 came out. But before that, man, we talked about it. The animation is phenomenal. Not only did when Goku blasted that Kamehameha into 3's chest, when he came in with the elbow drop, and then it showed the slow-mo of number 3 going, ooh, like this, getting the wind knocked out of him. I don't know why, but that animation right there was just so special to me and just so detailed. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. But
Be
that was
do
go
you
ahead.
ever
Go ahead.
look at like the fight breakdowns? Like people like break down like the choreography and like the punches, the blocks, all of that. Do you ever watch any of those videos?
No, no. I mean, if I know about them, I'll watch them. But let's send them to me because I would love to see
So
them.
yeah, so there's this guy. I'm giving him a little credit name, Fangito on TikTok, who breaks down like Dragon Ball fights, but not in a way to where it's like comedic. It's like comedic, but at the same time, like he's like going frame by frame, showing you like what punch was thrown, what counter was given, all of that. It's like it's super fun and entertaining. And the videos be like a minute 30 seconds. But he was breaking down the Goku versus Tommy Gaiman #3 fight, and something that he just kept highlighting is like Tommy, he would highlight whenever Goku attacks, and after Tommy Gamma #3 blocks, he would like leave his chest open.
Mm,
He would like his hands would go up, and he would leave his chest open. And so then, when Goku used the Kamehameha, and he blocked it, threw it up, chest was open. Goku goes in, get
yeah,
up out of it. I said, "Yo, that was cold.
yeah,
That was cold." Because like if you when you watch that fight broke down, you see like it. To me, don't want now the Vegeta versus Tommy Gun #2. Obviously, that's my favorite. But with that Goku versus Tommy Gun #3, when it's broke down, it is definitely one to me one of the best fights in all of Dragon Ball. There was no repeated frames. Everything was fluid.
yeah,
It was creative.
yeah,
Perfection. Like real
yeah,
perfection.
yeah. Already, I love it. What is that? Spell that guy's name, man. You said Fangito. I can look it up
Oh
right
yeah,
now.
PHANGITO on TikTok. Yeah.
Phangito. Okay, I'm looking it up right now.
Uh-huh.
Okay, he got 228,000. I'm gonna go ahead and give him the follow right now, and I'm gonna check some of this stuff out. I appreciate that, man. But yeah, man, the main reason why we're here. Oh my God. Yes. Oh my God. Oh my goodness gracious.
Here,
One take, one take. I'm not even gonna say nothing. I'm gonna let you have it, man. I'm gonna give you the whole screen. Let it out, bro. How'd you feel, bro? How'd you feel?
how did I feel? B, listen, I got up that day and I went to the gym. I said, okay, gotta watch Dragon Ball Diamond today. I said, I don't. It was the day I had to go to work. I had to go to work that day. So I get up, I go to the gym, and whenever I'm at the gym, and I get on the treadmill, I always have to watch anime. That's my thing. I watch anime because it gets me going. You know what I'm saying? And I knew Dragon Ball Diamond was coming. I'm like, okay, this is my boy Vegeta's episode. We had our episode 11. It's the fight where the fight started. So I'm knowing, okay, the episode gonna continue today. My boy got to put in some work. I seen a preview image, my boy laying on the ground in the water. I said, ain't no way they gonna do my boy like this. I
Yeah.
seen the image with Goku like he was facing the crack, and I said, ain't no way they gonna do my boy like this. And boy, did they not. They came through. They said, listen, Vegeta fans, we know y'all been yearning for a dub. We know y'all been yearning for a transformation. Shut up. We got y'all. Next thing you know, my boy get to going to work. Him versus Tommy Gaiman #2. My boy, Never in the background. He said, you know what? Nah, this ain't gonna be enough. We gotta go ahead. We gonna soup him up real quick. We gonna soup pop Tommy Gaiman #2 up, and that's exactly what he did. He started pushing my boy back, knocking my boy out, done cut my boy and everything, done grabbed my boy under the water,
Yeah.
done grabbed the Saiyan Prince under the water, lifted him up in the air. Hold on, in fact, go back real quick. Go back real quick. We gotta talk about when he was even in the Kraken. We got to talk about this is something that people tend to just skip out on. Yes, the Super Saiyan 3 transformation, which I will get to in just a moment, was phenomenal, was spectacular, was one of the
Hmm.
greatest things you've ever seen on Dragon Ball. No, but when he was in the Kraken's mouth and you start seeing that lightning flashing, boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, 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 And then it gets back to him, and he goes Super Saiyan 2. I said, "Oh yeah," because let's not forget, he hasn't had Super Saiyan 2 for that long now, y'all. But y'all know my boy. Ever since Super Saiyan 2, they ain't stopped nothing. Ever since he got through fighting Kid Buu, that ain't stopped nothing. My boy been training, putting in work because he seen what Goku can do. You know he had to catch up, right? So then he gets out of the crack, and once again he goes back to fight Tommy number 2 in Super Saiyan 2. But Tommy number 2 is still able to keep up somehow. What is going on? Then, ladies and gentlemen, it happens. Tommy number 2 lands a direct key blast on the Prince of all Saiyans. And then everybody's just looking, watching. He knocks him out of Super Saiyan 2. Hair goes back. Vegeta lays down, falls in the water. And as a Vegeta fan, I'm on that treadmill. I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
Your daddy didn't raise you to be like this.
Yeah.
You is the greatest warrior to ever come from planet Vegeta. You are the true Saiyan Prince. You are the Prince of all Saiyans. And then he gets up and starts powering up, B. Now, there's no listen. There is nothing in the world that would lead me to think, oh, he's about to go Super Saiyan 3. There is nothing in the world that made me think, oh, they finna do it. After all these years, they finna do it.
Yeah.
You start seeing him powering up. You see that vein pop up on that head. Oh my God, and my animation. Listen, I thought my screen was gonna crash because I thought that was real water on my screen.
You're stupid.
I thought that was real water on my screen, B.
Yeah.
The water, the hair started getting longer. I said, "Oh Lord, it's happened." Once again, I'm in a gym. I don't, you don't be paying attention on the treadmill. You be done fail. I have to put my feet over there on the side. I'm getting as hell. I know people probably behind. I said, I'm over there.
Yeah.
That hair grew, and then you just the eyebrows disappear.
Yeah.
That lightning, and then we proceed to watch him put on an absolute clinic. He folded them.
Man.
Folded
Effortless.
his arms.
Yeah.
He folded his arms. The man tried to attack him with a trident.
Yeah.
He broke it with his fingers.
Underwater.
He started kicking this man around effortless. We now we know where Vegeta get it from.
Yeah, right.
We know where Vegeta get it from. He started putting in work, so much work. He hit it with, once again, galley gun, lower their defensive, punch to the face.
Yeah.
And the most disrespectful thing is when he showed up behind him and just grabbed his shoulder.
Yeah.
He just grabbed his shoulder like, hey, big time.
Yeah, going to tap out, Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead, clock out. Go ahead, clock out.
Yeah. Perfect.
10 out of 10.
Perfect.
10 out of 10.
I couldn't wait to talk to you about this, man. It was lovely. I remember when the episode 11, before I started, I was so excited. And then you texted me like, yeah, it's cool, man, but it was more of a preview or a tease or something like that. And I was like, really? And I ended up watching it, episode 11, and I was like, I'm still satisfied with this. This wasn't no tease to me. And so then when 12 came, bro, and it started immediately, bro. I was in heaven. I mean, that was a perfect episode. And not only that, bro, we got 2 fights at one time. We got Dude fighting Tamagami 1 and Vegeta fighting Tamagami 3. And you took the hands folding like this, man, the kick underwater and made the giant wave. And he was just flying through it, bro. And like he just had so much confidence. Like, that's like, Mr. Pooh Pants trying to square up against you, you're going to win. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, if y'all don't know who Mr. Pooh Pants is, that's one takes little younger nephew. It's your nephew, right? Yeah. Nephew. You know what I'm saying? He just knew he was going to win, man. I mean, it was just a beautiful display of beat-assery that I've never seen before, man. That was truly epic. And also, man, the design is different. The hair is not laid, it's sticking up. And as you was alluding to earlier, this was more of the original Super Saiyan 3 design that Akira Toriyama wanted long time ago. Also the tail, because their tail grew back in the original design as well. But this looks beautiful, man. I mean, just beautiful.
I forgot. Listen, I didn't even mention like him splitting the ocean. It just was so cool, and he did it with like it wasn't. It just was like Air Force that he did it with. Like he just swung his leg and just like this is what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm the coolest person ever. And it's the fact that they gave Vegeta a win, a good win, and a new transformation both in one episode.
Yeah.
Like that's the only time Super Saiyan 3 has, for anybody, has won a fight. Like other than like I think one of the Dragon Ball movies, but like canon wise.
You're right. So go ahead, my fault. Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
So what I want to see after this in the 7 episodes we got left, I want to see Goku and Vegeta both go Super Saiyan 3 like on the screen at the same time together. Man, I would love to see it as them adults, like in episode 19 to 20, but as kids, I'll be satisfied. I will be satisfied. I got to see both of them Super Saiyan 3 on screen at the same time. Kids or adult or both. We got to see them fuse. They gotta, I don't care what form it is, but there's no reason they will show us those fusion bug things at the beginning if they're not gonna fuse. And I want to see Piccolo go off. I want to see Piccolo go off as well. I just need those 3, and I think those are reasonable. I think those are realistic. I don't think I'm asking for a pie in the sky here, but I would like to see those 3 things left in this series. Other than that, man, they're doing a good job. Please don't give us no more filler. I don't think that's necessary.
No.
But, I mean, 7 episodes they can do a lot in. So maybe one more episode of filler. A half a filler or something like that. But yeah, where you at after all that, man? We didn't really talk about Dr. Rinsu or Degetsu. So you can, if you want to comment on them, you can, but you don't have to, man. But what are your final thoughts, bro, and where we at so far in Dragon Ball?
I'm loving where we at. I agree with you. I do want to see Piccolo go off. I kind of want to see something happen with Piccolo, Dende, and Nevin. I want to see something happen with them in some capacity. Maybe Nevin assist Piccolo, show him some stuff, as well as Dende. That Goku and Vegeta, both Super Saiyan 3, that is a must. Like that's like I'm not gonna lie, the fusion is probably like at some point I forgot about the fusion bug, but like Goku and Vegeta, both Super Saiyan 3, that's like top of the list. Okay.
Yeah.
Guess I want to see them as kids, but at the end, when they go back to being adults, I want the very last shot of Dragon Ball Daima to be Goku and Vegeta, both Super Saiyan 3, and Vegeta telling Goku, this time you don't have to hold back. You know what I'm saying? Like that would make my year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now as far as Dr. Rinsu, I don't know, because I'm kind of wondering what her full plan is. What does she want to wish for with the Dragon Balls? Because that still hasn't been revealed. That we still haven't. We don't have 7 episodes left. And I'm kind of wondering when are we gonna find out Glorio's working with Dr. Rinsu. You know what I'm saying? That's like one of the big plots, and we haven't got to that yet. I'm looking forward to King Goma transformation. I'm looking forward to all the transformations. I'm hoping that if you're right and Goku and Vegeta do fuse, I'm hoping that it is a fusion that we've never seen before. Probably gonna be one that is just like, okay, they probably can't do it again. We just know like with different methods you get different fusions.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that with this one, we get a whole nother design for Goku, which I don't even know what it will look like at this point. But with the bug fusion, I don't know what the name's gonna be. All of that different stuff, I'm hoping that we get. But yeah, I think it's in a really good spot right now. But I agree with you. With 7 episodes left, we have to like you kind of got to get the ball rolling. You got to tighten things up. Let us know what's gonna be what, who's gonna be who. Everybody get on their side. Whether we got the Dr. Rensu group, we got King Goma group, we got our group, the Z Fighters group. I think we need to go ahead and fully establish that. I've loved the lore thus far. I've loved the lore, but I think at this point, we've got the great lore dump. We've got some good entertaining fights. We've explored the Demon Realm, even though we haven't explored Demon Realm number 1 that much, but we've explored the Demon Realm. Now it's time to get to like the nitty gritty and like see like how this gonna wrap up.
I can't wait, man. I can't wait. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is going to wrap it up for me and One Take Big Dog's reaction to the latest for Dragon Ball Daima. This is fun. We both loving the show. And let us know what you think about the show, our recap, our commentary, our reactions, all that good stuff. Subscribe to not only me, but subscribe to One Take Big Dog as well. You can follow him right here on TikTok. He got about 170,000 followers, man. He be on it. And so One Take Big Dog, I'm pretty sure he'll really appreciate that. Also myself, I mean, we're talking martial arts within Dragon Ball Daima. I've been covering a lot of the Well Go USA martial arts stuff. And so I got a review for Donnie Yen's latest film, The Prosecutor, which was pretty good. So go ahead and check that out. I think you'll have a good old time. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we just want to thank you so much for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget that I'm B. Avery. That's One Take, and that's just our opinion. Peace out, and we'll see you next time.